All right, you beautiful bastions of freedom, scruffians of the world, unite. Guys, I think we can confidently say this. Apparently, if you're in a blue area, built in, cooked in, caked in fraud is just part of the deal. I mean, it's almost like it's just normalcy. At a certain point, I don't know what to do. I mean, like from the election standpoint in Los Angeles to the Minnesota fraud that's exploding all the way in the highest level of government there to the different shall we say, Biden issues that have arisen. Apparently, in order to get, I don't even know the right way to say it. Apparently, if there's going to be fraud, a good inoculator or an incubator for that is blue areas. It's wild the stuff that we're about to walk into, and on top of that, got a whole lot more distrust for just sowing left and right, but. Fear not, you beautiful bastions of freedom, scruffians, scruffettes, everyone across the fruited plain and world, I dare say, because the scruffians are international. There is great hope, and I'm going to walk you through that in a minute, because I'm telling you guys, you've never had an opportunity to relegate the Democrats to the dustbin of political history like you have right now. The things that I'm about to show you, we work really hard to put them all in a nice little order that leads you to the promised land of information, news, and a whole lot of entertainment, sarcasm, and a little bit of humor. This is important stuff. Everything we do is important because we're saving the country together. We're dispelling propaganda. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on, and get in the chats, engage, throttle to the floor. Let's get into this, you beautiful bastards, you. All right. Guys, I'm sorry. I have a bone to pick. This is just painful. Look at it. 31,799. Come on. Come on. Someone out there. Come on. Oh my goodness. We're going to get to 31.8 before this is over. Fear not wherever you are in this amazing planet. Special shout out to all the international scruffians. I'm running out of really cool places that people are mentioning. But let's get into this. The appetizer is what we all came for. It is time. Y'all. Prepare for greatness. You know that I am out there constantly looking around, seeking, searching for musical entertainment from the left. From the left. Those pesky lefties, they're going to get us with the power of song. Yeah, we found another one, and I'm going to be honest with you. Somewhere, someplace, somehow, Twisted Sister is real upset about this rendition. Y'all, get ready. Don't be drinking anything because you're about to see a thing. Shall we? Let's do this. Please light this up in the comments and have some fun.
We're not gonna take it. No, we ain't gonna take it. We're not gonna take it anymore.
That is a lot of well-moisturized men. I'm sorry. Things you notice. Things you notice. Anyway, Democrats have admitted they're struggling to reach men as we near the midterms. I can't imagine why. I don't know where we can go from here, people. The only way is up. Oh, as I like to say, behold our opponents. My goodness gracious. The moisturization was real. Oh, man. I knew you guys would like that. I knew you guys would really feel it. I mean, like, they are the arbiters of song. They shake me to my little space boots with their musical talents. Yeah, if that doesn't say everything, I don't know what does. Let's get on before I get into some more trouble. Y'all, speaking of trouble, does no one have any common sense anymore? I'm loading this appetizer portion of this video up just with some funsies. Does no one have any common sense? Does no one read something and go, I'm not not sure this is a good idea. Yeah, well, Tom Brady didn't. This is, guys, I'm hoping everything above me. I'm holding out hope that this is a prank. I don't think it is, but I'm holding out hope. Hope upon hope, as it were. Tom Brady launches Good Nut, an organic coconut water drink. Yo, I just, if you're gonna make a drink, don't call it that. Don't call it that. Let's not do that. That seems like there's been a few oversights. Bud Light would like their marketing representatives back. That is not ideal. Could you, hold on, let me just paint the picture. Guys, we're gonna have some fun with this and then we're gonna get into a real serious, like, oh my God, what the hell is happening? The room is on fire. But, before we get there, just, how did that marketing pitch go? Again, let's assume it's real and not a prank, because I'm still holding out 90-10 that it's real. I got that 10% that, please Lord, tell me we're not here. But anyway, back to Good Nut. Here's the pitch. Someone had to walk in and do this. We're gonna make a natural flavored water using coconut, of course, because coconut is very hydrating. It's a good flavorful drink, very tropical, feels good in the sun. I want the vibe to be really light, airy, beachy, real good, you know, real hydrating, lots of vitamins, minerals, real essentials, all the good things. Marketing is very light, water, it's beautiful. Oh man, what are we gonna call it? Good Nut. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. I don't care how many minerals you put in it. A lot of vitamin D in that. Nope. That's bad marketing. I mean, could you imagine? I mean, like spring break, right? You guys have been there. Even summertime. How about Memorial Day? How about Labor Day? Could you imagine any interaction with anyone that you knew and any one individual, scruffians, dudes, scruffettes, ladies, pops out that can and goes, psh, so refreshing. Come on, Tom. Really good at Super Bowls. If this is genuinely real, really bad at marketing. But I wish the best to him and Good Nut. My goodness gracious, where are we at? Where are we at, people? I'm not exactly sure, but we're about to go into the hellfire that is this clip, because we've had some fun. We've had our musical musings. We've had the Good Nut, which I might just make that up thing. It might just be fun. The segment, the Good Nut segment. I don't even know what's going to happen. There's so much we can do with that. But now I've got to talk to you about something extremely concerning. Because if you watch the video that I did earlier today, we're going to get an El Backhando in this one. As your host, the Scruffian, I am going to issue an official El Backhando here in a second. But I want you to understand what they're telling you. On the lefties, progressives, manies. By the way, there's a whole lot of collapse coming in that one in about 5 tabs. Hold with me. So, everyone loves Graham Plattner. All the who's who, all the people, all the progressives, all the socialists. Oh my goodness, he is the greatest thing since Bernie Sanders. And then you start listening to the people who are actually in the rallies. And this clip hasn't gotten enough play today. It needs to be everywhere. Because the level of just wow and whoa in this clip is wild. I'm going to tie it together with a bigger, broader understanding of a few things here in a second. Do my very best to honor the nicknamesake El Rushbo. But I mean, I'll be honest with you. This is wild. Watch this. I'm going to play the whole thing through. It's 45 seconds, and then we're going to have a few conversations. Let's do it.
Totem Coke tattoo, the Nazi tattoo. How do you kind of?
Somebody said that they talked to somebody who had seen one of those or wore one of those, and it was silver, and it didn't even occur to him that it was the same thing. I think people are making as much of it as they can because they don't have a lot of substance around anything else. And if they did, we'd hear about it, believe me. They are trolling for dirt.
What if he has like a Israeli flag tattoo or something? Would that be a deal breaker?
For me?
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
That would be
Israeli? Yeah, because I don't support genocide, and he doesn't either. And that would show that he was being inconsistent. And he's been very consistent about that.
You know what? Guys, come here. This is really important. I think this is key. I think it's something that we capitalize, we hone in on, because consistency. Consistency is so important this day and age, you know? I really genuinely value consistency and relatability. A little light on intelligence there, but the consistency. Okay, let's just break this apart for a second. I'm going to start at the beginning here, and then I've got like 3 or 4 layers on this. This is going to be delicious. We're going to work our best way possible to chef this up for you guys. So in the very first part of that, you know what? I talked to someone who talked to someone who heard that the other one was silver, and that other person didn't even recognize what it was. So I mean, really, it's innocuous. I mean, like, they're just trying to dig things up on them. I mean, they haven't found anything of substance. Really? Okay. We're gonna put a pin in this for a second. So, nothing of substance, says Democrat voter at a Graham Plattner rally. You are actively witnessing the lemmings of the Democrat Party. Sorry, not trying to be too mean or harsh, but if you are going to go down the road and be this young lady right here and say that there's been nothing of substance, and that I heard from a friend who then met a lemming, then rode a donkey, then saw an astronaut that also said it was fine, then it says it's obviously fine. Okay, you're not a serious person. You still vote, but you're not a serious person. This is what the Democrats are hanging their hat on, by the way. Everybody like this loves Graham Plattner. Yeah, well, everybody else with a functioning brain cell goes, holy crap, what the hell did you just say? And now, let's go into the backlog, the other part of this. She immediately, this is a case of brainwashing, by the way. I'm just letting you know, this is a case of brainwashing. Full-on propaganda brainwashing. And I'm going to get to crystal ball in a second. So, you just defended the fact that a Nazi tattoo from the SS death camp guards who literally were involved in the Holocaust, who were the ones executing 6 million people in an attempted ethnic cleanse. They made death based off of a race or an identity or a demographic industrialized. I promise it happened. So they made it industrialized. And then because you'd want to have some cognitive dissonance and you don't want to all of a sudden be connected to anything with that, you just go, oh, it looked different, so it's fine. What about an Israeli flag? Oh my God, I would never support him because then he would support genocide. Do you think that the Nazi Holocaust was a genocide? Maybe just a smidgen. Smidgen. It's a little one. I know it's not the buzzword that you've been instilled and downloaded into your NPC brain, but don't you think maybe you could just go, wait a minute, it's a Nazi tattoo, and the Nazis were, affiliated with, the Holocaust and World War II and a whole lot of really awful things. And then the Israelis, oh my God, genocidal people. And it's because of this right here. And that's why I'm showing you it. Crystal ball up here, this is a mainline progressive. If you want to know what is absolutely wrong with the online Democrat sphere, it's these people. Crystal Ball has 625,000 followers. Fine, cool, great. You go, girl. I hope it works out for you. Make your millions of dollars on all your views and clicks, you and your husband and your boo thing, Kyle Kulinski. Y'all do your great little bookshelf videos, and all the while you're making $100,000 to $200,000 per month. You rail against the rich and how everyone can't afford anything and affordability is horrible while you are literally banking on their attention to make clicks and money. So yes, please continue to do that, and I hope you will. I genuinely want you to be rich and wholly fulfilled. I do. I want everyone to be that way. But your hypocrisy showeth through a wee bit, boo, because you're sitting here saying her take is 100% correct and well-reasoned. It's neither of those things. But it doesn't matter, because if you can just shout it loud enough, all of a sudden it becomes true. You see what we're dealing with? That's why we're going to win, because you guys are on it. You guys are absolutely on it. Let's see over here. We got some people. Do we have the copy paster here yet? I don't think so. You guys are kicking your butt. Absolutely love it. Let's keep on going. We have got to get to these super chats. I got to show you the shirts, which are going gangbusters thanks to you guys. The Scruff Nation shirts. Let me put the QR code. I do have to tell you something real quick, though. A couple people have said they've had issues when they've been ordering these shirts, like the Scruff Nation, if you know, you know, for the Scruffians. And then also, of course, the Scruff Nation with the Scruffettes. A couple of you have said there's issues with the links. I've actually gone in and looked with my tech guy, and he said there's some sorts of technology happening on very few of them. That's where it's failing on the CAPTCHA, which is basically like how many motorcycles do you see in this window? So keep on doing it. There's a link in the description box below. If you're on TV, you can scan that QR code right there. We've got it for everybody. And worst case scenario, I will leave it open longer if there's an issue. I will just tell the suppliers that we had an issue and we got to do it. So don't give up. Do not miss the limited time design. And now let's get to these super chats. I'll leave it right there in case you need it. Okay, let's zoom in on the Scruffian one. Okay, now for these super chats. I love these super chats. They add so much to the show. It's remarkable. I'm so excited. Okay, here we go. Man, with an intro like that, with the amazing musings of Twisted Sister. Yeah. So, Scruffette Puzzle, $5. Good evening, Scruffers and Patriot. Just bought a shirt for my brother and I. When you do the hoodie sweater, please have it with kangaroo pockets. Noted. I will try to do that. Thank you for your purchase. Seriously, all you guys, it's amazing how many Scruffians out there are part of Scruff Nation and they're getting the Scruff stuff. It's incredible, and I appreciate each and every one of you. It's funding what you're watching. So I genuinely appreciate it. Marine, $5. Ramen isn't even winning in her own county. How is she outperforming Pratt every other place? Oh, Marine, don't you worry. We're getting to that in a second. Talking about the blue fraud stuff everywhere. Like if there's fraud, it's blue, like that. Yeah, it's coming in a second. Because from elections to money to Minnesota to California, it's all over the place. Don't worry. We're getting there. EF, $5. Somehow they made Twisted Sister... somehow they made Twisted Sister alternative lifestyle more than Freddie Mercury. Yeah, if you know, you know. It's just, if you know, you know. Just keep going. Scruffy Gen X Jarhead, $2. What the F? I know. If I had to see it, you had to see it. Scruffy and Patriot, $1.99. That was the low T choir. That may have been the high E choir. I don't know. I'm not ruling it out. That's why I went with, that was a lot of moisturized men. That's why I went with that. Because it's not wrong and I can't get in trouble. Scruffy and Texan, $2. Bought my Scruffy and t-shirt last night. Love all the info. I appreciate that. I'm telling you what, people, pretty soon we're going to inundate the nation and it's going to be like, oh, wow, hey, Scruffy, what up? I see you. At these events, be like, hey, if you know, you know. It's like, oh, we know. Man, if I see these events I'm going to, oh, it's going to be great. The Gun Club Pod, $5.70. Caliber donation. I think we Scruffians all know that Tallarico really loves eating barbecue. I know. I edited that. You guys can figure out what I was. I'm on YouTube, people. I can't say everything. David Yoakum with a $5. That should have come along with a warning. Another song ruined. Thanks for that. By the way, I really want a good nut drink. Sarcasm, folks. Sarcasm. And if you're just now getting in here, he's talking about he's talking about Tom Brady's new drink, the Good Nut. He's not talking about anything else. Just calm down. Calm down. He's talking about Good Nut. All right. Ian Bouchard, $1.99. Graham Splatner. Graham Splatner signs are disappearing in Maine. Oh, just wait. I've got some stuff for you. Hold on. This is going to be great. James P. with a .357 caliber donation. Tallarico can follow Vegan barbecue with nut drink. It does seem to go together. The Gun Club Pod, .308 caliber. I bet the lefty streamers are all ordering it. I bet you they got advanced copies. Like they got advanced. Oh, what's it called? Samples. Not samples. Samples works. Sure, whatever. I bet you they got advanced samples. Backcountry Spotter, $5. Bet you there's a politician in Texas that is first in line of some good piece. Scruff Dizzle, $10. Military history is taught during Marine Corps boot camp, including World War I and World War II. Okay, listen, Scruff Dizzle, and every other Scruffian out there. We all freaking know this guy knew exactly what the hell he put on his chest. And he left it there for 20 years. No, sorry, the ignorant thing don't work, and no one else is buying it either. Wait until I show you what's coming. Hold on. This episode's going to be a good one. Pappy Scruff, The Totenkopf was associated with the fanatics of the 3rd SS Panzer Division II from behind enemy lines in California. Also, where some of that blue, pesky shenanigan fraud's happening. It's the weirdest thing, guys. I mean, I know, it's bizarre, but every single Democrat in California votes late. Weird. Anyway, Scruffy Gen X jar at $2. That's why it's called almond milk. Yeah. David Yoakum, $2. I'm a hefty. I need a 4X. I bought a 3X. All right. I support it. Amanda Raup, $2. Ordered my Scruff shirt last night. Amazing. You guys are awesome. Funding the stream, kicking butt, looking great while you do it. What else is there in this world? And now let's keep on going. Uh-oh. Are you guys handling the... Oh, just in time. Just in time. Guys, you know what time it is. Scruffians deploy. Get in the chats. Get the emojis out. Dust them off. Just launch. Get in there like a rocket launcher straight out of World War II. Normandy. Get it. Scruffians deploy. They love the ice cubes, the fire, the American flags, American eagles. They do love a good Statue of Liberty. Anything to chase away the baddies. And the baddies in this case would be the socialist copy-pasters. So, y'all handle that in the chat. Remember, previous record is 1,150 chats per minute, I believe, or 1,200. Let's see if we can beat both of them. You guys handle that, and we will just basically destroy their dreams, hopes, and everything important to them over here. And one more super chat, which is a $50 from GG's. Got your back always. Got my shirt ordered. I can't wear it until my shoulder replacement heals. Twisted Sister. You're not old enough to know that. False, classic 80s rock is the best. And that's one of my litmus tests. If someone doesn't know Twisted Sister, or any of those bands in that area, there's a problem. So, don't sleep on me. I know this stuff. This is the Rocky Horror Picture Show. I literally threw up in my mouth. You were doing a scruffy job. Thank you. Oh, let's get into this. Let's get into this, people. Ow, man. Yeah, I hate to see it. Let me take down this QR code. You guys don't need that. I can leave that up there, though. Nah, I don't need to do that. You guys get the idea. Let's not go crazy. By the way, completely squirrel. This is the first stream, the first live stream that we're doing with the new name. I changed it to my name versus Langley Outdoors Academy because it just fits better and it was time. And look at that. You guys are all here. It worked out just fine. So make sure you guys are sending that out so we overcome any type of hiccups. And make sure you are fully aware the channel is called Braden Langley. It's right there on the screen. You can't miss it. Boop. Can't miss it. Okay. Now back to this main poll. Ooh. This is one of those I stubbed my toe in the middle of the night, so crap feelings if you're on Team Lefty. So don't get any illusions, people. He's going to win the primary. This guy, Tugosaurus right here, he's going to win the primary. Like it's a foregone conclusion. The progressives have dug in. He's going to win the primary. You hear me? You right? We're here? Are there any questions? He's going to win it. And then he's going to proceed to the general and go, crap. All right? Here are the new main pollings that are coming out. Goodness gracious. 51% Graham Plattner, Susan Collins 49%. Should I tell you guys now or should I tell you the loyal lefties later that last election Susan Collins overperformed the polling by 14 points? Should I save that or should I just let it out of the bag now? Because again, if you're not familiar and you're new to the channel, this is what we do. I provide data, we dispel propaganda all over the place, and I try to give you the best idea of what's actually going on so that we can genuinely navigate and know how we're going to win and save the country together. This would be an example of that. I've been telling you for months at this point that all this crap is going to hit the fan and they're going to be caught with their hand in the cookie jar. The proverbial Democrat primary system is going to select Graham Plattner, and then everything is going to fall apart. It's actually happening before he becomes the nominee. This is happening tomorrow, by the way, Tuesday. So let's keep on going. You guys are doing great work in the chats. I'm going to show you some more stuff here because I think you might find this just daggone fascinating. Well, there's another person right there, Graham Plattner, +2, and Susan Collins outperformed by 14. Here, let me show you some evidence. And all this is linked in the description box below. I always bring the receipts. This is good news for the GOP as Collins always outperforms the polls. In 2020, she won her re-election by beating polling expectations by 14%. Yo, do I need to break this down? Do I need to break it down further? I think even the loyal lefties should be feeling a very inhuman chill going down their backs right now. Because their boy Wonder is sitting at dead even with a woman who has won 5 terms in Congress, is an incumbent, and then overperforms her polling by 14%, and they are ahead by 2. That means, proverbially, she would win by 12. I mean, it's June. There's still people who aren't aware of how much of a whack job this guy is. But anyway, it wouldn't be a good show if I didn't show you all the things. By the way, 100% clickbait free. I'm working on some imagery for it because we need it. I forget to say it sometimes, but I won't soon. That's important. I'm not going to lie to you guys. There's enough going on. Why would I need to lie to you? Anyway, let's keep going. I saw some of it earlier today, and I was like, oh, look, clickbait. I hate that crap. New Senate poll from Maine. Mills, 52. Collins, 48%. Wait a minute. Hold the phone. Who's Mills? Oh, Mills is the old governor of Maine who they kicked out, and she suspended her campaign, and Chuck Schumer put the money behind, and all of a sudden, magically, according to the same polling, she's beating Collins by 4 points, and Plattner is beating her by 2 points. Excuse me. Yeah, 4 and 3. Technically, yeah. Uh-oh. That would be an uh-oh. If you're on Team Lefty, let's keep on going. I got some more stuff for you. Again, it's just... the things you see on the internet, it's wild. It's wild. It's almost like it's all a whole bunch of propaganda and insanity while everyone else is actually at a real job. Weird. Oh, man. You guys got to like 600 chats per minute there, by the way. I'm just pretty good. Pretty good. But you know what? The record stands, and that's okay. That's okay. Hey, let's get into a Democrat saying, yep, we're screwed. Watch this.
Before we go to Newsom, just really quickly, we have a poly market to show you on the Senate race, Senate overall, and then let's do Maine first. I'm sorry, let's do Maine first.
Please do.
You can already see the trend line here changing. The Democratic people, the percentage of people who think Democrats will flip Maine decreasing as
rapidly
this goes on. And then do we have a larger Senate matchup?
Yeah, this is, I mean, look
there
at that.
Go. Yep, opposite on which party will win the Senate.
Yep.
People thinking Republicans' chances are going up while Democrats' chances are going down. So this story very much affecting.
And I would agree with that. I've always said the last month I thought we would win the Senate, but if Plattner stays on, I now don't believe we can win Maine, which would bring us. I think we'd win Alaska. That would only be 3. We would come up short.
Before we go to.
All right. If you're not familiar, that dude not only is a member of the choir earlier, I can't verify that, but it says it does fit. But he's the Democrat in that little panel. Yeah, I thought we were going to win Maine, but not with Plattner. Yeah, it ain't happening. Nope, sorry. You're seeing everything invert, guys. You're seeing the trend lines collide and crash together. You're literally seeing everyone realizing, oh my God, what have we done? And on the other side, everyone's going, oh, hallelujah, past the sweet tea, the bullets, and the cornbread, because we going on a party. Literally. It is. I mean, if you're Southern, you get that reference. But like, my goodness, Democrats right now are more nervous than a long-tailed cat in a room full of rockers. There's another Southern reference for you. I mean, they are. I'm going to do another one. They are going to tell Graham Plattner, don't let the screen door hit you on your way out, and that thing swings both ways. I mean, my goodness gracious. Y'all, if you're in the South, let me hear you in the comments, because you know those are real things. But even the Democrats are going, damn it. First of all, going after Alaska is a reach. Reach. Okay, that's a very heavy red state. It has been forever. Texas, okay. They're spending their entire campaign time proving to people that he eats meat, and then also that he has 2 girlfriends. I mean, like that. It's all about, I'm not this, I'm not that, I'm this. Look at my pictures. Look at me. I'm clearly dating. Look at me. Clearly, I'm eating meat. Look at me. Clearly. I mean, literally. It is wild. I've never seen the level of, don't call me that, look, I'm going to prove it in my life. But anyway, let's keep on going. We got a whole lot of stuff. To talk about. Deep South here, says Nancy Rector. Peas and cornbread, yes please. Oh, heck yeah. Some collard greens and cornbread is the way. That is the way right there. Oh, man, black-eyed peas. Man, I'm getting hungry. Now I'm getting hungry. We got to move off that topic. Y'all, if you haven't seen this yet, this is... Okay. First of all, I'm going to apologize for this guy's voice. In general, I'm going to start resonating in a lower tone for this because I feel like a contrast is really going to be helpful right here. This guy is someone who spent a whole lot of money pushing Graham Plattner to be the person out front in the progressive. And the second that he starts talking, you're going to be like, that checks out. But this is the point. They're now lamenting that their research firm that they went forward and tried to find all the dirt on Graham Plattner just didn't do a good job. Yeah. Watch this, read them and weep again, sorry for the voice. Scruffettes, this is another sexy socialist in a suit situation. Just trust me, watch this.
And at this point, you hadn't vetted Graham Plattner. You hadn't done a full scrub of who he is. How did you go about vetting him? And why did you?
We paid a nice firm a whole chunk of money and got some stuff back. Some of what you've seen on the news we got back. Other stuff we didn't.
Did the vetting process turn up the tattoo that became so controversial?
No.
The Reddit posts, did that turn up in the vetting process?
The firm sent us a thing, and it had some of the posts, but it didn't have all of them.
And what did you think about that? How did you think your way through the fact that he had posted these things on social media?
I said none of this will or should stop him from becoming a U.S. Senator.
And what was your
Clearly the
thinking
voters
there?
agree. I think if what the voters wanted were people who were grown in vats and had never done or said anything that they might regret their entire lives, we'd have a very different country. Part of our thesis here is that people do not want their candidates grown in vats. They want people who are real human beings, and they want people who do not look and sound like the vat-grown people who've been leading this country off a cliff for the last century.
Okay, enough of that crap. All of a sudden, I feel the need to readjust the testosterone levels in the room. You guys seeing what's happening? I'm going to be, come here real quick. Let's have a conversation real quickly. You know, honestly, like, what timeline are we living in? Okay, I can't stand to hear that guy talk, but I swear to you, he would enjoy that drink we talked about earlier. And he's like the poster boy. Anyway, what they've done, and it's becoming very, very clear, and I need to hear you guys in the chat on this one. Tell me if I'm over the target. If I'm not over the target, you guys tell me whatever you need to tell me, because I really think I'm landing the plane on this one. What they did with Graham Plattner, because he came out of nowhere and he is a complete and total loser and a complete and total whack job, they took this one look at this guy's politics and they went, oh, that's cool. We like socialist and we like progressive ideals and we want to really get this out. But you can't talk on camera, so we're going to need to get some guy that we pulled out of the frickin' mud bog who's got oysters. That's what we need. Someone who's blue collar, who has a deep voice, who's been military service, and then he can espouse your ideas, but do it with testosterone. And he's got a beard. Well, that guy has a beard technically. But my point is, I genuinely am getting to the point where we don't want people who are grown in vats. That's the big underlying takeaway, huh? So you just pluck people out and you make them grown in vats. Is that what's happening here? And by the way, the firms, you might want to select them a little bit better, because if they missed a Nazi tattoo on his chest and they missed all the things on Reddit that this guy did, which is a public forum, and they missed all of the profiles on Kick, which are notorious for very, very bad things under the age of 18, which again, Chris Hayes. So you're sure you confirmed those women you were sexting, all 12 of them, that they were above 18, right? Yeah, of course. So just to circle back to... for the guy in the back, the producer, you know, right? Like you got IDs and copies of IDs, like you can prove that you didn't do that, right? Come on, right, buddy? I mean, guys, it's wild. But I'm genuinely beginning to believe that that's exactly what we're looking at. No one in their right mind looks at what Graham Plattner has under his jacket, so to speak, and go, yeah, checks out. No, I think this is a socialist wonder boy that has been plucked out of the oyster farms, and now he's being pitched to do this, which is probably why he has his appeal with his political ideologies, hits all the buzzwords, but he doesn't really resonate too well with it. That's why there's a natural disconnect, right? I'm betting you it's this right here. Someone or some organization doing this, like doing his best Michael Jackson impersonation. I'm not going to do it, but that's what I'm thinking. I'm genuinely getting to the point now where I'm like, you know what? This guy's just a little too on the money for a sniveling little progressive weasel. I don't know. Anyway, let's keep on going. I just thought I'd throw that out there. Hey, let's see what else we got. I thought that was interesting. Oh, yes. Forgot this was here. Luckily, I found it. Oh, goodness gracious. Scruffians, we're about to have some real fun. Remember. Oh, actually, hold on. Come here real quick. Come here. You remember that one time where we were covering these things pretty early on, and everyone was saying, the loyal lefties were saying that this wouldn't matter and no one would care outside of Maine and no one would care inside of Maine and it won't affect the polling and it won't affect anything. Remember that? Remember that one time? Yeah, well, here we go. We're actually starting to get quantifiable data now. Democrat collapse, says election time. Listen to this. This is wild, and I've got it verified, by the way. This isn't just one. Watch. In Maine, Graham Plattner's campaign against Susan Collins is imploding as he's hit a new wave of scandals. This is actual polling from Maine. In the past week, have you read anything about Graham Plattner? 89%. Yes. Oh, that's not ideal. How did you hear, how did what you heard about Graham Plattner make you feel about him? 57% more negative. 30% were neither. 13% are crazy. All right. Graham Plattner's favorability. Turns out that the unfavorable is up +9. Yeah, not working. It's just not going to work. No one's going to care. Maybe some more here. Let's see what else. Oh, look, same thing from a different source. Have you seen, read, or heard anything about Graham Plattner recently to make you feel more positive or more negative about him? More negative, 57%, referencing the same poll. You can see y'all, this is how you literally sink your own chances. Just throwing that out there. They've done it to themselves. Don't get me. I'm freaking here for it. I'm every single bit. Oh, this next tab is going to be so much. You're going to love this next tab so freaking much. Okay. I'm here for it. I want them to put out the most insane progressive leftist candidates because when they have a natural advantage like they do right now in the House, where they have literally only not captured the opponent of the main party in power has only missed the House 3 times in the past 100 years. They have a 100% natural advantage, and the number one thing that they're doing, they're putting as many progressives out there to make that chance as small as possible. The Senate is not going blue. It's just not. They're not going to flip Texas. They're not going to flip Maine. And this is my own opinion. It can change. I'll tell you the night of election. We'll be live streaming right here. I'll tell you if it's wrong. I will. My own personal opinion, they're not going to flip Maine. They're not going to flip Texas. They're going to flip North Carolina. They're going to lose Michigan, which is going to be a wash. They're going to lose Texas, and they're going to lose Alaska. So they're going to end up at 53 Republican again. That's my number because of the Michigan loss. I think North Carolina is going to North Carolina blue, and I think Michigan's going red. It's going to be a flip. That's what I think. They're going to cancel each other out. But time will tell. But man, oh man, am I excited about this next tab. Guys, let me hear you in the comments for this one. 84 chats per minute with an average view duration of 10 minutes. You guys are freaking awesome. Scruffians are only the best audience on the freaking planet. No big deal. Sorry, other guys. We've got the best. Okay, here we go. Man, I swear to y'all, if this is true, if this is true, oh my gosh, the meltdowns are going to be biblical. Like straight up Sodom and Gomorrah, brimstone and fire from the up in heaven, just demolishing everything. Hopes, dreams torn asunder, Samson knocking over pillars. I mean, like, it's going to be a situation. Because right here, according to the new Inside Election House rating, again, House rating, not Senate, House rating, Republicans' safe seats are 217. That's after the voting redistricting that's happening for the Voter Rights Act that got smacked around by SCOTUS, and after the redistricting and the failure of Virginia's redistricting. So right now, Republicans, according to Inside Elections, have 217 seats on lock, while Democrats have 204 seats on lock, with toss-up of 14. That means, according to these numbers, and I am going to throw this out there with 10 million caveats, if this is accurate, you have to have Democrats win 100% of all the races that are toss-up races. 100%. I don't think y'all know how big of a deal that is. because the number you need is 218 for the majority. For Democrats' dreams to spiral and funnel around a drain and just go straight down, you need to win one House seat when you have a financial advantage of $800 million to minus $2 million. Do you see this? Sorry, that's wild. And now here's my most important caveat. I will leave. You know what? We're getting big screen. We're having a lot of up close relationships tonight. We need to have that connection. Come here. Vote like you're losing. Grind like you're losing. I say it every episode. I say it every live stream, because the only thing that can defeat you is if you and the people on the right do not vote. Hear me on that. You are sitting in a position, according to multiple different House ratings. Best case scenario, Republicans are on lock for 217 seats, needing one victory. On the low end, it's, what was it? It was 200, I think it was 211 was the low end, and they need 7 out of like 18 seats. That means you have to get 1 seat in the best case scenario, and I think it was 7 seats in the other scenario, the low end. So your bottom basement worst case scenario on Team Righty is 7 seats. You pull off 1 seat in the best scenario, 7 seats in the worst scenario, and you hold on to the House, and literally their dreams crumble like, I'm making a lot of biblical references, like Lot's wife, straight up salt pillar. I mean, like, goodness gracious. I'm like real Southern tonight. I'm like going like all the old Bible stories. I'm going all the old food from the South, all the different phrases. I'm just feeling it. I don't know. I'm feeling connected to my roots. But my goodness gracious, people, you have an opportunity, and I've been saying it, and I've been screaming it, and I'm going to continue to say it and scream it, to literally break them emotionally. And I'm honestly here for it. I am. I'm not like Hakeem Jeffries where I'm going to own their souls, but like, I am in the firm breaking. I will accept breaking. I'm not really owning in souls. That's not ideal, Hakeem. But that was the amazing portion that I was really excited about. Don't worry, we're going to get to more. And if you're just now here, I'll put that QR code up for our amazing Scruff Nation shirts while I get to, of course, the Super Chats. This is limited time design, people. Scruff Nation, if you know, you know. It's the first one we've ever done by audience demand, and this is actually viewer designed. Special shout out to Scruffette Diamond out there who made this shirt a possibility, and I got full permission to use it. But it's really cool to see from the very beginning to the very end. It is solidly Scruffian. That's it. Let's get into these super chats. Let's see what I missed over here while I was pontificating on freedom. Let's see here. Nice. Oh, man. There we go. Got it. Dan Murphy, $2 super chat. Pride Month and a new drink. Should do well. For 3 more weeks. Scruffette Puzzle, $2. How about a Scruffian Deploy t-shirt? I might just. It all depends how these Scruff Nation shirts go, because if Scruff stuff becomes a thing, I'll do intermittent drops at different design points, because that's just the way that the business model is written. But I'll do it. I will do it as time goes on. If you're on TV, by the way, the QR code right below me gets you to that spot. If you're on the phone, iPad, or anything else, there's a link in the description. Ernest Murphy, $2 super chat. Saw a Scruffian comment on Benny Live show today. Did you really? Because that would be really cool. That would be really cool. David Wilcox and Ollie, $5. I like the teas, but with the exchange rate and delivery, most Canadian viewers are priced out. You know what? I understand that. I get it. And by the way, a lot of Canadians have been visiting recently into the Scruff Nation. I'm going to be honest with you. Last night, we got a super chat donation from an Australian with an Australian dollar, and then a Canadian with a Canadian dollar. I don't even know how that works on the back end with YouTube, but it's still cool. Oh, man. But I understand Canadians. I understand. Maybe I'll start doing like tours or something one day. Maybe way off in the future, one day we'll do the Scruff Nation tour or something, and we'll just have really amazing, events and stuff. And then you guys will have a chance, and I will bring the goods to you. But that is a long time away. I'll do it, though. That'd be fun. That'd be really fun. I love Canada. Canada's a beautiful place. Politics, whoa. But the country's amazing. Scruffy Gen X Jarhead, $2. Brunswick stew and cornbread. Oh, also good. That's a Southerner right there. Uncle Bud with a $9.99 30 WCF, better known as the 3030. Great brush gun if you're a hunter. You must be a B-17 bombardier with a Norden bomb sight because you're always on target. Keep dropping the truth bombs. I try, Uncle Bud. I appreciate the not only super chat, but also the historical specificity. Sailboat, $5. Love the new shirts. Mine is on order, but only offering black ones in summer is just wrong for most of us living south of Minnesota. Okay, that's fair. That is positive feedback, but it looks so good, though, with the black and the white. Backcountry Spotter, $5. Smoked sow belly gravy on mashed potatoes, cornbread, peas, and steamed asparagus. Okay, that's deep south right there. Sow belly, man. Marine, $5. SCOTUS is set on ruling on not votes counted after Election Day by the end of June, 1st of July. That will mess with dim winds, too. Yeah, and I'm going to wait on that. I saw a lot of speculation on that very thing about SCOTUS waiting to act. And can I be candid with you guys really quickly? I want to be. The SCOTUS and the Supreme Court of the United States, that is one of the topics on the internet, on YouTube, specifically around political sphere or special interest sphere, whatever. That's one of the most clickbaity topics. I don't know what it is, but there are more people that clickbait around the Supreme Court and SCOTUS than anything else. And that's why I wait until I actually have like an actual landmark decision or an actual discussion or an actual confirmation. Like I don't just rip with the rumor around SCOTUS because there's so much clickbait. And I mean it. I am 100% clickbait free on this channel because I despise it. I view it as lying for money, and that's not ideal. And I hate that. So I'm not going to do it to people. But that's the reason I have not covered that yet. I will if that drops, though. Believe you me, that's a big one. Let me hear you in the comments for no clickbait. I hate that crap. All right. Let's see. Which one was I on? Oh, yes. Tim B. Hanna, $4.99. Scruffian. Sane conservatives united for freedom and American nation. I like that. James Malone with a $2. Black is no good in southeastern Arizona. What is good in southeastern Arizona? Because the sun is actually your neighbor. I just want to throw that out there. I just want to keep on trucking in this show. While we do it, though, let me get back to the general chat because it's always fun to watch that general chat pop off. Oh, man, you guys are kicking it over here with lots of food. Nathan says no clickbait. That's right. I hate clickbait so much. It's like a passion of mine. I just hate it. Oh, we get to the fraud pieces. Look at that. Look at this. Look at this stunning guy. Look at this stunning vice president. So much better than our last one. So we're going to dive into some fraudski. Some fraud sanctum. No, what's the good way to say it? Fraud, whatever. It's fraud. Can't think of a cute way to say it. Fraud. I don't like fraud, but it seems to be in the very, very popular window of the blue areas. You know, from the Leering Center in Minnesota all the way to California and Gavin Newsom's California, all the way to pretty much anything that blue touches. It's amazing how there's fraud just pops up. It's almost like they don't put guardrails on anything, and then all of a sudden criminal's going to criminal. Weird. Anyway, here's J.D. Vance. Wouldn't that be cool if that had worked? Let's go ahead and refresh that just for the people.
Now I can make a bit of breaking news because I left the White House to come here to do this interview with you. And before I did, we actually referred this particular case to the Department of Justice for full criminal investigation. We are not going to do what the Biden administration did and make judgments of the law before all the facts are in. But here's what's particularly troubling about this to me is Jesse, you had people within Governor Walz's office who were saying, you know what, this looks like fraud. It looks like these Somalian illegal immigrants are doing something that's very shady. And then you had people who shut them down, who shut these whistleblowers down and said, you know, you're a racist or you're a xenophobe for asking questions about where taxpayer money is going. What that means to me, Jesse, is that clearly people weren't taking fraud seriously. Whether it rises to the level of a criminal violation, we're going to investigate it. And of course, if it does rise to that level, we're going to prosecute it. We have to.
All right. Here's the thing. And this is why I'm hitting this. And I've been following this story for a while. Now, I have not done a video on it yet because, honestly, 8 million things pop up every 4 seconds, and I only have so many video slots. But this has been something that J.D. Vance has been spearheading behind the scenes. I've seen multiple clips on it. I've seen multiple articles on it. I've seen multiple research papers and articles on it. There's lots of stuff that he is directly involved in doing and lots of clips of him talking about it as well, which is what we need in the country. This is the point. You have all of these things that make it look like we run a banana republic. You have all of this insane fraud because you have insane amounts of people who have not assimilated into the United States. Let me hear you on the comments on this one if I'm landing planes, because I have a feeling I'm about to go on a rip. So we have an insane amount of people who have not assimilated into the culture of the United States. They have not adopted the laws. They have not adopted the culture. They have not adopted the ethics, the morals, the standards, nothing. And they've brought a whole lot of standardization of their previous experience into our country, and then it is settling down in Democrat cities where there are no safeguards and everything is really, really loose, because assuming people would do criminal things is mean and Islamist and Islamophobic and homophobic and heterophobic and whatever phobic you want to throw out there. And it always happens in these states, and it's not because Democrats want fraud. I'm not going to sit here and say that on the internet. That's a little irresponsible. I can't prove that. However, I can say they don't want responsibility because they want to lean into a very open and loose system, which allows for many different things to happen in an argument of equity. Tell me I'm wrong on that. But the entire country is begging for accountability. They want real. There's a reason that we have the connection that we do. It's because I don't operate on a script. It's real. I try to make this and model this after we're sitting at a kitchen table together, or we're sitting in a living room and we're just having a fun conversation, because if we don't laugh, we might cry, right? So that's what I try to do on this channel. And that's what people are begging for. They're clamoring for. Even the people on the left who are just looking for authenticity, they're misplaced, but they're still looking for authenticity. The underlying core demand of the population is stop lying to me. For the love of all that is holy, stop lying. And you can see it everywhere. All you gotta do is look around. But again, this is my whole point. You guys are resonating with this pretty well. Everyone wants accountability for breaking the law. The same laws that you would go get accountability for, you want everyone else to be held accountability for. It's not difficult. Stop lying to me. Stop peeing on my neck and tell me it's raining. Right? For example, perfect example. We just had a little shenanigan happen in Los Angeles right now, right? Yeah, it's amazing. You had a Democrat, Karen Bass, winning the election night. Then the election night and the day after, you had Spencer Pratt, who is a Republican, which we can't have that. That is verboten. And then over the course of 4 to 5 to 6 days, all of a sudden these mail-in ballots just constantly drop. Constantly drip, 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 drip. And all of a sudden the Republican is pushed out and the Democrat's there, the Progressive is in, the Democrat is in. And wouldn't you know it, magically, all the Democrats were the ones that were voting late through mail-in ballots that are counted after the totals, almost like they knew exactly the right amount to find. Now, I want to say something really clear. I can't prove that personally. I can't prove that and say that that's absolute fraud. But what I can say is anybody with an eye or 2 eyes or an ear or an eye or even the observation ability goes, it doesn't smell right. That's it. And that's what it boils down to. I don't have to be able to prove fraud. All I have to do is go, what the actual hell is that? And every single person, Democrat, Independent, or Republican, goes, okay, what the hell is that? Even if it is the case that you lose in Los Angeles. Like, let's say, even if there is no fraud whatsoever. There's no fraud in Los Angeles. So then, even if you don't have any fraud, the fact that it takes 9 days to count and then totals and exchanges and all the winners and it's completely and totally reversed, how do you not think that's going to be perceived as fraud? Very best, it's ineptitude. Very worst, it's fraudulent. That's the point. And you're going to see the same thing with Minnesota and AG, what's his name? I'll remember the guy's name in a second. Keith Ellison, and Governor Walz. It's always, I just didn't put the guardrails in place and I can't be held responsible that fraud happened, even though J.D. Vance, and this is the important piece, J.D. Vance is going, no, there's actually reports that there were whistleblowers saying it, and then you also beat them down and beat them over the hand with a ruler and said, you can't talk about that because that would be racist. Yeah, that's the racist thing. Sure, that's it. But this is the entire point. Anytime that you have these loose set standards, all based on the altar of equity or accountability, or equity or a equitable outcome or redistributionist, you're going to end the point where, oh, good, just no standards. Amazing. So the entire thing, of course, you're going to question it. This isn't hard. Even again, if there's no fraud whatsoever, you go, what the actual hell is that? Every other state in the nation, every other state in the country can literally count their ballots in 2 hours. It takes you 9 years. You finish counting ballots after your representatives who you're electing in that election actually term out. I mean, it's stupid. This is why this is important. It's perception. It's incredibly important. Just like magically, there were 15 million people missing in the 2024 election from the 2020 election. I mean, there must have been a whole lot of alien abductions that year because 15 million Democrats didn't vote in the most important Democrat election on the record. I mean, literally, if you look at the vote totals, it looks like this over like 10 elections. It goes, oh, okay, whoa, okay, come on. 15 million people materialized out of nowhere. Biden was that inspirational. It's just, I could rip on that all day. I'll get these super chats in a second, but that's what J.D. Vance is doing. But now let's go to some other reports that are also happening. This is also in food stamps. Isn't that weird how all the fraud and waste all goes to entitlement programs and other blue? I might do a whole video, and this is a fun video. I might take this segment and make a video tomorrow. Isn't that weird? I personally find it very odd, very strange. All right, let's get into this, Brooke Rollins. Let's see what's going on with SNAP and where the Biden-era SNAP extensions under scrutiny. Weird.
In a letter to every governor in America, no one had ever held the states accountable. The federal government funds the food stamp program. We send hundreds of millions of dollars a day to the states, but there'd never been a back-end accountability on how is that money getting spent. So we asked all the states to partner with us. It's time to have accountability. The red states, of course, did. And with that red state data, we found 200,000 dead people getting food stamps. We found 500,000 people that were getting more than one benefit. And y'all, this was in the red states. The blue states wouldn't give us the data. They're suing us. We're in massive litigation right now, looking to cut those funds off until they give us that data. But the fraud is so rampant and so stunning that when the president, the vice president, and our team talks about, you know, when we can root all this fraud out, we're going to really be able to cut the deficit, make sure we're protecting the taxpayer, but also make sure we're protecting the families that rely on these programs at the same time by getting the fraud out.
See, this is the most important part. I'm about to go on a rip. You know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. I'll get to those super chats, I promise. But you just bear with me. This is the whole point. I'm not saying that it's only blue at all. I'm also saying, hey, look, red states. They found dead people on red state rolls. Guess what? Remove them. Great. Awesome. Fantastic. Do it on blue states, do it on red states. And you know why we should do it? It's really, really difficult. It's not because we're racist or homophobic or Islamophobic or any other istophobic, whatever you want to call it. It's because we actually have to live in a real world of financial accountability. We actually have to run a budget. We do. We actually have to do it. So if you're going to say that people need SNAP and need these benefits, fine. Okay, fine. We'll have that conversation on another day. Let's just say the people that genuinely need them. Get everyone else off so they can be properly supported, if you even are going to do that. But no, it's about money flying out, because anytime you remove somebody from something, anytime you remove a benefit for somebody, it's your fault and it's bad and it's horrible and it's your reason. It's your reason you're being a bad person. No, it's not. It's our country. This is not difficult. And the Democrat argument is, you just want to kick people off because you want to kill people. Very good, very good, very good argument. Way to go. But why would the blue states be suing everybody not to get their rolls of SNAP benefits? The red states give it to them. Also find inadequacies. They correct them. Then the blue states are suing them. Isn't that weird? And now I'm going to say something else, and this is the part where I get pretty animated. As we get closer and closer to the election, I'm going to get more and more animated on this. There is an active contingent. Dan Bongino today ripped on his show. I mean, like, filleted and sauteed, went to town on this whole podcastistan. Nothing's happening. Nothing's going on in the country. Everything is bad. It's the same as Biden. It's overt insanity. It is. And I'm sorry, it is. Okay, I get it. Is everything perfect? Nope, everything's not perfect. Never will be perfect. Are we the same position we were when Biden? Hell no. No, we're not. Chill. Not y'all, them. So, as we continue on this, it sure seems like a good idea to clean up 200,000 dead people off the SNAP benefit rolls. It seems like a good idea to audit all of the SNAP benefit programs nationwide in every single state because it was never done before. And it also seems like a pretty good idea for blue states to get on board. So the people who are sitting today saying nothing is happening, shut up. Not y'all, them. Actively, everything that you bitched and moaned about for for months is actively happening. But because you don't have the big scalp that you want, or you want to be in the popular cool kids club on the international X-Click circuit, you're just spouting off idiocy and lunacy. And the big recent take is, we've got to become party animals with the leftists and be this big, like, whatever the hell this is in the middle. Screw that. See, I told you I'd start ripping. Golly, man, can I get an airplane or something in the comments on that one? Let's keep on trucking. Here's some more fraud. I tell you what. I had to breathe after that one, guys. I got a little animated. Whoo. There's Keith Ellison and Tim Walz, by the way. Spirit fingers, Mr. V. Pre almost himself. Watch this.
Top officials like the governor, Tim Walz, and the AG, Keith Ellison, they were aware of the fraud as early as 2020, but they still allowed the payments to go out to the fraudsters. And they say because, according to the report, the reason they did, concerns of potential racial discrimination claims, because many of the defendants are from the Somali immigrant community.
So this is woke gone wrong again. You got people that are committing criminal acts, taking money from taxpayers. Many of these people immigrated to the country. Some of them are not even citizens of the country. And they're using it for fraudulent purposes. And the government knew about it. They didn't do anything about it because they are considered a protected class.
And they attacked the whistleblower.
Yeah. We know that. And I'm going to pause it real quick because I want to hit on a comment that Constable, I just happened to look up, and I've got it right here. And it's just, there's no way lefties believe this crap. Okay. Sorry, Constable. This is just silly. Here's the response about going after fraud in these states on SNAP benefits. This is the defense of why you shouldn't do it. Okay, here it is. Ready? Do you people know how much it would cost to audit and weed out the waste, fraud, and abuse? I don't care. See that? And this is the interesting part about this. And I want to give a different analogy here. Let's say you have a house that's worth $1 million and you had termite damage. And if you continue living in the house with $1 million, that was worth $1 million, and had termite damage, it was going to collapse on your head, and you were going to die, and everything that you held near and dear to your heart was going to collapse with you. Your children, your family, your dog, your wife, everything. And your response to the contractor is, do you know how much money it's going to take to prop up that wall again with new 2x4s? Absolutely not. That is a waste of money. We will not be doing that. We'd rather let everything collapse right on our heads. That is the silliest, most childlike explanation of a point that you've said yet. And I mean that respectfully. That's worse than when I said, why do you support Iran? Because they evolve at their own pace, when I was saying they kill homosexuals and they don't let women vote. I mean, my goodness gracious. Anyway, back to I can only allow so much. Goodness gracious.
Right, that's part of the report. Right. So the House Oversight letter to J.D. Vance, this is what they said in that letter. So the committee requests that the White House task force to eliminate fraud thoroughly review all of Minnesota's social services programs in light of the vulnerabilities created by efforts of state officials who, instead of mitigating fraud, actually sought to cover up or minimize reports and findings of fraud. Specifically, the committee's investigation found that senior officials in Minnesota state government, including Governor Walz and Attorney General Ellison, were aware of widespread fraud in federally funded social service programs for years, possessed the legal and procedural authority to stop the payments and ban fraudulent providers, but repeatedly failed to act. As a result, potentially billions of American taxpayer dollars were paid to fraudulent actors.
Yeah, they reportedly have $9 billion.
Okay, you guys get the idea. It's just, they knew. It's just, they knew the whole time, but they didn't want to do it because it was a protected class. It's literally the woke backfire every single day. It's non-stop. Yeah, we're already knee deep in this one. I should probably load this one too. It's the same thing. Walz and Ellison, the two leaders of Minnesota, they knew this was going on. These blue lefty bastions are just insane. Like, why would anyone live there and pay into this crap? It's truly wild. Go.
The earth-shattering report accuses Minnesota Governor Tim Walz and Attorney General Keith Ellison of knowing about fraud as far back as 2020. and ignoring or retaliating against whistleblowers.
We had the $250 million takedown of the Feeding Our Futures campaign in Minnesota, which was supposed to be money for feeding our children. We've convicted 77 people involved in that campaign. Just the other month, back in Minnesota, a $90 million fraud against autism centers for our most vulnerable children.
The 200-page report says Minnesota state officials ignored warning signs about the fraud and even tried to cover it up. Walz claims he worked to find corruption through additional audits.
The buck stops with me. And as I know, some of you will take that as an open invitation to play politics with every incident of fraud that takes place here in Minnesota, even though I have to tell you, the statistics show it's happening in red states more than here, but so be it.
Oh my God, whatever. God, you're such a dork. Oh, that dude was almost the vice. I mean, let's be generous. Not almost. More like a distant second, but like technically almost. I mean, now, is there a downgrade from almost? Like you were in the room. Does that count? I mean, like, my goodness gracious. Oh, these people. Goodness gracious, people. Goodness gracious. Man, I'm glad I got that off my chest. I was really feeling that for a second, Scruffian. I was in my feels. I can only take so much insane. I mean, like, genuinely, I'm going to start doing reaction clips pretty soon. Now that the channel is called Braden Langley, it makes a lot more sense to do reaction clips. I might just start ripping on them because A, they're kind of funny, and B, it's just too easy. I can't leave content on the table. Let me hear you in the comments if you'd love that kind of stuff, because man, I would rip. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I could totally have Katie just feed me crazy. We could do it. Let me get these super chats in here, and one more chance for you guys to get your Scruff Nation shirts. This time, let's focus on the Scruffettes. Look at that cut. Look at that. If you know, you know. Let me get a little zoom in here. Look at that. Look at that. Man, some America, some Scruff. Oh, y'all know. Let's get over here to these super chats. I'm going to leave that QR code if you're on a TV if you want it, and everything's linked if you don't. Okay. Or if you aren't, rather. Let's see. Lori Pipkin says for $5, black always works in the air conditioning. That's true. I'm not always in the air conditioning, though. That's okay. I love my fishing shirts. I love going outside in my fishing shirts. Those are super nice. James P. 303 caliber donation. I will take pasty over southern food. I don't even know what that means. What the heck's pasty? Is that pasta? I think that's supposed to be pasta. Which I do understand. You guys can tell me in the chat what you think, pasta or southern food. It's basically Italian or southern. That's what I think that is. Grams with a 999. Newscomb signed laws that will prosecute for showing fraud. No audit where millions were raised for the fire victims and millions to fight homelessness. Evil. It's not evil. It's just incredibly inefficient and corrupt with a side of evil. Lyle Peterson, $1.99. Why aren't we seeing fraudsters in handcuffs? Because these things take forever. In fact, you've actually got a bunch of people in Minnesota right now who are behind bars who are actively saying Ilhan Omar was involved. I mean, I've done videos on it. So, I mean, you're not seeing the perp walks, but there are people actively in jail. I mean, genuinely. It's not everybody that needs to be in jail by any means, but it is a start. I will take a start. It's always good to start. James Malo with $2, no comment. James Malo, $2, another one. A nice gray would work well here in southeastern Arizona. It's also a good choice. The t-shirt providers, it's 9line is the company that I use. And they went with a darker heather gray. And I was like, I like that. I've never really done one color before. You guys can leave me feedback whether you like the one color or two different color options, but like I've done before. Sometimes 3, but this time I just went with simple heather charcoal gray. I thought it would be a good choice. Lori Pipkin, $5 super chat. Did you see the woman who appeared to be blind counting ballots? You mean like everywhere in a blue state? It's kind of like the pipe burst in Atlanta. I was there when that happened, by the way. Not in the room, but I was in the state of Georgia. That felt nice. Scruffy General, or Gen X Jarhead, $10 super chat. If you refuse to see that California is rigged for fraud, illegal to ask for ID, gym membership cards to register, endless mail-in ballots after the election day, you are part of the problem. I would agree. Because it's not even about necessarily the fact that it's not even about the fact that it's obviously questionable. It's the fact that can you even be willing to admit that there's a potential problem of accountability? I mean, like, genuinely. It really is not that hard to at least admit, go, that doesn't look good. Even Chuck Todd did it. I don't know. I might go peruse the internet wild here in a second just to see what happens. But honestly, someone just said right here, I saw a really great chat. Where did it go? Where did it go? Oh yeah, Keebler Scruff says, I can't believe this much fun is free. I'm glad you enjoy. Glad you like it. Let's get back in here and then we'll go on the internet and freewheeled a little bit. James P. with a 556 caliber donation. Pasty is from the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. We're about to learn something. If you know, you know. It is a baked pastry generally filled with beef. Yum. Southern food is slow-moving prey. Is a cow fast-moving prey? I'm asking for a friend. Seemed kind of stationary to me. I don't know. Anyway, let's keep on going. Got some more stuff to talk about. Let's freaking go, Scruff Nation. That's right, people. We're going to go free-wielding on the internet. By the way, did we get to 3180.8 yet? Hold on, I'm going to refresh this. 31.8K follow. Yes, I told you. Look at you guys. Just eke me over. You guys are amazing. All right, let's see what we got here on the internet. This is a little treat at the end. I'm going to get that QR code out of here. Oh, man. Let's see what happens. Let's just peruse. Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about that tomorrow. I might do that video tonight and launch it tomorrow. We'll see. Does President Trump deserve credit for the significant drop-off in illegal border crossings? No. Okay, you're an idiot. Who does deserve credit for the significant drop-off in illegal border crossings? That's something I need to explore further. Shut up. You're such an idiot. Oh, man. Of course, Steve Hilton is officially advancing to the runoff because those ballots that magically came in were only in Los Angeles. Weird. Oh, let's see. A little bit of United States, USA chanting. Like it with the Trumpster. Brandon, my buddy. People are such petty little people. Let's see. I might just have to go back to the Twisted Sister here. If you missed that at the beginning, you missed a party. Oh, man. Don't want that. I'm not enthused, people. You know what? We're gonna go right back to the musical musings of our opponents, guys. If you missed it at the very beginning, Democrats are getting ready. They're organizing and aligning their musical weapons against us. Get ready, Twisted Sister fans. You're about to be offended. I got to do it again. I just loved it too much. Prepare the moisturizer.
We're not gonna take it. No, we ain't gonna take it. We're not gonna take it anymore. We got the right to choose it. There ain't no way to lose it. This is our life. This is our song. We'll fight the powers that be just. Don't think our destiny, 'cause you don't know us, you don't belong. We're not gonna take it. No, we ain't gonna take it. We're not gonna take it anymore.
Oh man, I told you before, they are a talented group of people. Those pesky lefties. I mean, guys, I'm not sure you would have been able to tell, but that was the Gay Men's Chorus of Los Angeles. Oh, I'm going to get out of here before I get in trouble. Listen, if that does not make you smile and laugh, I don't know what does. That is an affront to Twisted Sister fans everywhere. I got a couple more super chats that fed in here. Here we go. I got a couple more, and then we'll get out of here. Goodness gracious. That says it's just a situation. Something better. There we go. Oh, Greg Hardy with a $2. Autistic doctors and engineers in Minnesota. I don't know what that means. James P. with a .243 caliber donation. Snakes, frogs, crawdads, slow prey. That is like no. That's Louisiana. That is not the South. That's different. That's different. Southern people can tell you that too. No. We're about like pork, fish, cow, venison in some pockets, but no. Not that. That's no. Nope, that's definitely Louisiana fare, my friend. Well, much love, though. Much love. And a lot of them are very tasty. But that's not the main delicatessens. Listen, we fry our Twinkies, okay? You ever had fried Oreos? Get on my level. Oh. Scruffy says, I'm gonna get a southern fight over here in the chat. Papa Scruff said, nope, sorry. Scruffy Gen X Jarhead says for $2, you ever try hunting dove or teal? Definitely not slow. That is correct. Pappy Scruff, $5. I live with the baked-in fraud policies from behind Emmy Lines, California. My apologies to you, just for your general location. John McClendon, $2. I ordered a shirt. Excellent. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Seriously, it goes and funds everything you see. It's pretty cool. One day I'll show you the whole system that we've built, and some things that we're going to drop pretty soon, probably in the next 6 months, are really going to make a difference for you guys. I'm trying to find ways to impact y'all in a positive way, and some of the stuff that we're working on is going to do that. Lori Pipkin, $5 super chat. What was that and why? I don't know. The Democrats getting ready to vote. I can't help it. They're the ones that put it out. They like the musical weapons. Duh. F. Summers with a $1.99. Thank you for the laugh tonight. I'm glad I could deliver. James Malo with a $5. The left reminds me of an Escanaba in the moonlight. I don't know what that is. Jared McCoy, $2. Good deep fry catfish dinner. Catfish dinner. Fried catfish is legit. It is life. Put some lemon on that. Hash browns. Get out of here. All right, listen. I gotta stop talking about food. My southern people are all talking about food, and it's crazy. It's like all the home fixings and all the good stuff. You throw chicken and dumplings in there, and you got my attention for at least 4 hours. But it's another thing for another time. My mouth is actually watering right now. I love each and every one of you just the right amount that makes you feel comfortable. I hope you enjoyed tonight's live stream. We do these every single night. If you're new here, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Consider turning the notification bell on as we save the country together, dispel propaganda, and laugh the whole way.